You are watching Strip Down, Saskatchewan's only one-hour local music showcase, the show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. I'm your host, Curtis Anderson. In the 10 years we have been doing this show, we've done it live from the studio and taped on location. For the first time ever in a decade, we are bringing Strip Down to you live on location from Earls Restaurant. Who likes history? Let's make some. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Semko. Oh, what is that sound?
A boy on a greyhound looking for truth, staring at the window with nothing to lose. Tracks on his arms, gin on his breath. He just needs a place to rest. Gospel. Woman in the garbage looking for food. A man walks by, says something rude. She just smiles, keeps on digging. Voices in her head keep on singing gospel. It is what it is and there ain't no more. Jesus hung out with the lepers and the whores. Good things come to those who wait. Say hello to love, goodbye, gospel. Oh, gospel. Put on your hard hat, time to go to work. Down in the deep where the demons lurk. Try to stay on the straight and narrow. Feel it in your bones, feel it in your marrow. Gospel. Well, I could load a lorry, I could load a gun. I could run away or I could just run up to the top of the highest hill. Talk to God, I'll be talking this to gospel. Oh, gospel. It is what it is and there ain't no more. Jesus hung out with the lepers and the whores. Good things come to those who wait. Say hello to love, goodbye, gospel. Gospel. Sunday morning, bells so loud, walking outside on the edge of the crowd. Doors are open, there's a place for me, sitting right next to the Christmas tree. Gospel. Well, thank you, Lord, for another fine day. Pals disappeared, went home away. I'm still here, you are too. Thanks for everything you do. Gospel. Thanks for the sun. It's what it is and there ain't no more. Jesus hung out with the lepers and the whores. Good things come to those who wait. Say a little love, goodbye, gospel. Gospel. It is what it is and there ain't no more. Keep on knocking, he'll open up a door. Good things come to those who wait. Say a little love, goodbye. Yeah, that's gospel. 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 Gospel.
Thank you very kindly.
Have a seat. What is that magical sound, Jay? That's a studio audience.
There are humans. There's humans here.
220 episodes. This is the first time we've done this live on location with the crowd. Thank
Wow.
you so much.
Cool. Thanks for having me here.
I don't know if I've told you this story before, but I feel like I need to go back and like give a quick history of Stripped Down.
Hold on, got a bit of a hum. Well, that's down, so should be good.
We'll make it work. So 10 years ago, I was working at Shaw TV, and the Junos came to Saskatoon. I'm sure you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a busy 4 days. We were running around, covering everything in Saskatoon, and the last thing before the red carpet was a storyteller circle. And I almost didn't go, but I was like, it's on the way. I'll get some footage. I'll put a little pack together. I sat in TCU Place, whatever it was back then, Centennial, I don't know when it changed over. And one of the artists was Carolyn Dawn Johnson.
Ah, yes.
She told the story of Complicated, and it absolutely blew my mind. I was just so like dragged into the story of how that song came to be. I was like, we have to do this. Why aren't we doing this at a local level? And we created Stripped Down on Shaw TV.
Cool.
And then we were only supposed to do 10 or 12 episodes that first season, and I think you came on number 11. And that gave the show so much credibility. Then when I was talking to musicians, I was like, hey, do you want to come play Stripped Down? No, hey, Jay Semko is on the show, don't hang up. And then it really opened doors for us, and we got a lot of talent on because you had attached your name to it in one of the earlier episodes. So I thank you for that. I feel like we're here today.
Hey,
in a way, because of Jay Semko. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Semko, big round of applause.
Wow.
Come on.
I have so much fun, Curtis, hanging out with you. So whatever we're doing, it's gonna be good.
I appreciate that. You always have such a good vibe. Most musicians I found are, feel like they're bigger than Saskatoon, but they're not. I feel like you're bigger than Saskatoon, but you act like you're not. And it's really humbling to watch. It's always good. This is the third time you've been on the show?
I think it's the third time, yeah.
Things have changed a little bit. We're live now on Facebook Live. We have a social media correspondent who we'll talk to in a minute here. And it's very, very interactive. I hope people at home have questions for you. I hope people here at Earls have questions for you. But that's where we should start. We should thank Earls Saskatoon for stepping up, continuing their commitment to local music. They started right here on the stage having local musicians Friday and Saturday nights. And it was a good fit for them to come on as Stripped Down's title sponsor, and it made sense. If we were ever going to do a live on location, it should be right here. Cool. Yeah. So that's why we're all here tonight. What's new with Jay Semko? It's been 3 years since I think we last talked.
Yeah, I guess it's been a little while now. I've just recorded a brand new album. It just got released actually less than a week ago.
Is that what I'm holding in my hand?
Yes, it's called Never Sent, and it was recorded here in Saskatoon.
By Mr. Randy Woods, who I'm a good friend of.
Yes, and Randy Woods. My buddy Randy, he worked on the previous album that I did, solo album, Flora Vista, that came out in late 2014. And I figured it was time to start doing another solo record here. So and that's the longest gap I've had for a while, actually, almost 4 years. And it was really one of those things where we started kind of chipping away at it, and then really in January, we just kind of went nuts for a few weeks and got everything completed, you know.
And you're going to be a little bit of an Oprah today because you've got copies for a lot of people here in the audience. So copy for you, copy for you. We'll do that a little later. But should we throw it over? Let's meet Alexa. Ladies and gentlemen, Stripped Down social media correspondent, Alexa Joy. Alexa, what's going on out there? I don't know if we can hear each other.
I think we can hear each other.
Okay, yeah, PA system's working.
Excellent. So
we leave the studio and everything finally works.
it is actually kind of relieving to see that the whole place isn't burning down already, so I think we're doing okay. And another thing that's nice to see is that we have viewers online, and we have a lot of our regular viewers here. I'm sitting with Heather, the lovely, lovely wife of our director, Jay. It's nice to see Jay. Also, I was listening, CBC was promoting you the other day, and they played Gibraltar, and it was like so lovely, and I couldn't wait to see it in person, so nice
cool.
to see it here. And once again, we have an amazing tool to give away, so stay tuned because it's kind of bar themed. Anyway, back to you guys.
All right. We are giving away some stuff tonight. We're going to give away some of your new CD. We're giving away, of course, the Earls $20 gift certificate we give away each and every week. And during the second segment, our newest sponsor, Task Tools. We've been having a lot of fun with this. It kind of turns into a little kind of tool time here. Last episode, Alexa was breaking stuff with a hammer we gave away. Tonight, we found a way to tie it into the bar with what we're giving away, so stay tuned for that. Jay Semko, first song you sang tonight. What was that? What you kicked off the show?
That's the opening track on the new album Never Sent, and it's called Gospel. And yeah, it's sometimes when people, I mean, I've only played it live a couple of times, so I'm still kind of figuring out how to do it on my own, but I think it's, I think people kind of relate to the lyrics. I think they're finding something in there. It can be a little bit shocking. Obviously, there's a couple of lines in there that are pretty blunt.
Pretty blunt.
But at the same time, they're the truth.
As long as it's poetic, right?
As long as it's the truth, you can't go wrong.
We'll talk in depth about this a little later, but can you even hammer down a genre with this? I know you've been all over the map in your wonderful career. You've taken some experiments and done some pop, done a little bit of country. How would you describe this for your long-term fans?
Well, there's a great term that's now becoming vogue, and it's Americana.
Oh.
Americana, which to me encompasses, like I've been to the Americana Festival in Nashville a couple of times, and I've been to the Folk Alliance Conference, I guess 3 times, and what I've found is both those genres cover a wide range of music. I mean, folk music now, I saw everything at Folk Alliance from hardcore funk bands to blues to traditional folk music to basically rock music. And Americana seems to cover that same genre. So I would call it, I like to call it country, rock, roots, folk, and then put that all under the umbrella of Americana. Really what they come down to is trying to write good songs. I consider myself first and foremost a singer-songwriter, and about half the songs on the record were co-writes with friends of mine, and the other half are songs that I wrote on my own. And the good thing that's happened as I've gotten older, there was a time when I was quite a snob about wanting to write everything on my own and not really wanting to co-write with others.
Probably a more industry term than snob for wanting to have more control.
Perhaps, yes. I mean, controlling is maybe what the word would be. But I found that I started co-writing back in 2006, and I mean, I did co-write with the Northern Pikes, you know, but we really, our co-writing often with the Pikes was kind of taking everybody's separate parts and putting them together. And a few times we actually sat in the room and worked on the songs together, and it was fun to do. And we started doing more of that, and it's interesting. The Pikes are actually working on a new record right now, so.
We'll talk about that
Okay.
a little later. We got to gear up for our first commercial break, but I got to tell you, I'm in a weird headspace tonight. Usually I'm thinking of questions and like for the artist or the musician, but I'm looking around going, man, I hope we don't blow a breaker. I wonder if the audio and video is syncing correctly. Like, this is just a whole new world for me, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the people are saying. When we come back, we'll talk to Alexa, see what feedback we're getting so far, being live on location here at Earls. And before we take our break, I got to thank our other sponsors. Of course, Earls Saskatoon, our title sponsor, Red Swan Pizza North, E-West Music, and the Hairstyle Inn, who do their best with this to make me somewhat presentable each and every episode. We have lots more Stripped Down with Jay Semko coming up right after this first commercial break. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Semko.
Days never ending, slow crying burn. Carry your heart around in circles. Tried it and I missed. Empty barroom kiss. Letter on the table with a tear stain. Orange in the sky came and went. The greatest love song written down on paper, never sent. Never sent. Love soul had me too. Everything was cool, and then it all came down. Now it's like I'm dead, stuck inside my head. Letter on the table with a tear stain. Orange in the sky came and went. The greatest love song written down on paper, never sent, never sent. Table with a tear stain. Orange in the sky came and went. The greatest love song written down on paper, never sent, never sent, never sent. Never sent, never sent, never sent.
Wow. Jay Semko, everyone. What's your official title? Like Canadian music royalty? Is that no?
No, I'm just a guy who sings and plays songs, you know?
Quite well. One of the former episodes you did of Strip Down, it was our Simon Hyatt's birthday. Shaw TV's own
yes.
Simon Hyatt. This would have been probably 7 years ago. I brought you on. It was Simon Hyatt's birthday, who's a reporter-producer at Shaw TV. He had the best birthday ever.
Cool.
He actually had a question. He's in BC right now.
Oh, right.
And he said, Jay Semko live at Earls. I believe it was Earls where the original Northern Pikes decided to break up. Is that true?
Oh my goodness.
Did Simon Hyatt remember something of your career that you might not have?
Maybe the other guys have a better memory about that than me. The other Pike guys
Okay.
decided to break up. Oh, geez, I don't know. That was, to me, sort of a slow dissolve that happened, you know, when the first time we really stopped playing, which was in '93, and it was, I don't know, you know, in retrospect, I mean, really, I think if we would have taken a break, I don't think we would have stopped for very long. I think if we would have given ourselves 6 months or a year just away from each other and away from the music business for a while, but we were burnt, you know, we were on the road nonstop, and we were on that pattern of make a record, have a very short break, and then go nuts on the road and play, tour everywhere, you know.
Well, you did take a break and get back together.
We sure did.
Just a bit of a longer break than
But a
most.
6.5 year break.
6.5 year break.
But really, we started playing again in 2000, and we haven't really stopped. We've had some extended periods of time when we haven't played for a little while, but we haven't really broken up again. We've continued to play. So, and in fact, it's we're playing more now than we have in a long time, really. You know?
How does that feel?
It feels pretty good overall. You know, we did a tour. The label that now has our catalog is Universal Music Canada. We were signed originally to Virgin Records Canada, and then Virgin got absorbed in EMI, which got absorbed into Universal Music.
As it does.
As it does, and so Universal, they were aware that it was the 30th anniversary of our debut album on Virgin Records, Big Blue Sky. So they put together, with our input, Big Blue Sky Supersize, which is a triple vinyl album, triple colored vinyl album, or a double CD, or I guess whatever you do when you buy it online. And it's the original Big Blue Sky album, remastered by Peter J. Moore. And then it's also 10 previously unreleased tracks, essentially a new Northern Pikes record that was recorded between 1984 and 1987. And a third record that's live at the Horseshoe Tavern in September of 1986.
That's got to feel amazing. I don't imagine a lot of musicians get that opportunity to revisit old material that's in such demand.
Yeah, you know, it was really neat. And I mean, in terms of triple albums, when I think of triple albums, I can only remember two that I had. And one was The Clash, Sandinista. Another one was, I think it was maybe Wings Over America, a Paul McCartney and Wings live record. So to have a triple album live out is amazing, and to have the support of Universal for that was good. So we did a tour right across Canada in the fall. Yeah. And we started really on the East Coast, went for a few weeks, took a short break, went out to the West Coast, and then worked our way back here. And our final show of that tour, the Big Blue Sky Tour, was right here in Saskatoon at the Broadway Theatre.
That's amazing. Ended up at home. All right, as I talked about before, Strip Down Live is now completely interactive. Again, I'm taking questions from Simon Hyatt out in BC. There's people online. If you're watching, shoot Mr. Semko some questions. We'll ask him live. But right now, we have to head over to our social media correspondent, Alexa Joy. Alexa, where are you?
I'm at the bar.
Hey, she's at the bar.
I'm at the bar at Earls. And we're going to have some fun because we got a whole table full of birthdays and people having a great time here. And our amazing tool sponsor has given us a screwdriver. So guess what we're going to make? A screwdriver. This is an amazing screwdriver. All you have to do is, twist and lock it into a different bit like you would those amazing interchangeable crayons you had as a child.
Alexa, I believe that's the Task heavy-duty aluminum handle patented pump action bit change system screwdriver.
It is the most beautiful screwdriver I've ever held, and I actually will definitely be buying one. So let's use it to make a drink, because that's what it's for.
What are you making, Alexa?
I mean, like, what else would you make but a screwdriver, right? Ooh, I've never actually worked behind a bar before, so you can tell I'm just a natural, right?
You're doing great. Oh.
This is what screwdrivers
This is the
are for.
magic of live television. Look at that.
Yeah. All right, let's give it to our lucky birthday
and the screwdriver?
people.
Birthday people.
Alrighty, that's for you.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy
Strip Down
birthday! Strip Down live on location. What a rush.
Again, big thanks to Earls Saskatoon for sponsoring the show and giving us the stage to play tonight as we make history. 220 episodes, 10 years of Strip Down Live. First time we've ever gone live on location. Another big thank you, Jay Semko. Big name stepping up, believing in the show, and helping out. Let's get to song number 3 before we take our second commercial break. Where are we headed next in your celebrated career?
Well, I think maybe I should play a Northern Pike song.
A Northern Pike song? Anybody want to hear a Northern Pike song? All right. Take it away, Jay Semko. You can introduce it yourself. You do a better job.
Okay, I'm going to play you a song that was written well into the previous century. And this is actually a song that I wrote while I was watching television. Things I do for money, I'll never understand. I used to be quite critical, but now I find I'm cynical. A lady with a starving baby miles away from me. No problems there, just life and death. And what the hell is wrong with me and everybody else? No questions asked, just good receipts and writing off expenses. Taxes are a bitch these days. Yet the lady and the baby starve waiting for a contribution in a UNICEF box in a drugstore in this lovely little town.
Things I do for money, I'll never understand. The world is just a marble in the palm of my hand. The palm of my hand. The palm of my hand. Things I waste my time on, I'll never understand. I used to be quite practical, but now I find I'm tactical. I scrape and scheme and struggle hard to get myself ahead. I have no concern for anyone but me. Things I do for money, I'll never understand. The world is just a marble in the palm of my hand. 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 Things I do for money, I'll never understand. The world is just a marble in the palm of my hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Semko.
Isn't it amazing when you don't have a penny, but you know you got the best thing you can have? Isn't it amazing? A hard, cold winter comes and goes. Shoes come off, the toes go free, and I really think somebody loves me now. We were hunching down in the midday sun, picking strawberries one by one. I looked into the eyes of a strawberry girl. I was there all summer, working as a hired hand on a quarter section of a father's land. The first time that I saw her, knew she was meant for me. Her eyes caught mine as she wandered by the granary. Then she smiled and turned around. We were hunching down in the midday sun, picking strawberries one by one. And I fell into the arms of a strawberry girl. Sometimes things don't turn out the way you plan. You take the test, but get the rest and do the best you can. I woke up to find a red hair ray sunshine in my bed. You know I really love you, honey, but I'm 22, she said, and I want to see the world. She had a suitcase packed, a road map in her hand. I said, you must think I'm crazy. Well, I guess I am. Now we're on the highway, we're headed to Alberta, and her daddy ain't too happy what we've done. but he'll cool down in a month or two. Meanwhile, I've got work to do. I'm gonna be the father of a strawberry son, and that's just fine with me. And we're cruising along in the midday sun, eating strawberries one by one. Makes me feel like I'm so young when I hold on to the hands of my strawberry girl. We were hunching down in the midday sun, picking strawberries one by one. No, my life has just begun when I fall into the arms of my strawberry girl. Strawberry girl, strawberry girl.
We're heading to Alexa. Have a seat, sir.
We're off to commercial now?
No, we're sitting and talking.
We're sitting talking. Okay.
I was corrected during the commercial break.
We're rocking and talking.
Yes, the screwdriver, which we'll see again in a second, is actually called the Task Signature Auto Loading Screwdriver. It's important to get that right.
It sounds like a real space-age screwdriver.
It is crazy. You don't have to manually remove the head.
Ah, really?
The end,
Just bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, it's
So once you
we'll
get
see
the
it again
knack-
here in a second. We're going to throw
Cool.
it back over to Alexa. But first of all, that song we came back from the break from was?
Strawberry Girl. That was the very first single I ever released as a solo guy. That came out in 1995, the fall of 95. There's a cool video for that was shot just outside, well, partially at the University of Saskatchewan,
Okay.
and partially in a canola field. And I didn't really realize I was allergic to canola until I had to stand in a field for a few hours while we
That
shot
sounds
the video.
magical.
But it was fun. It was.
So are you all puffy and bloaty in the video, or you had some,
No.
had some Dristan?
You know, yeah. I just used my
You just powered through it like a
my
professional.
antihistamines like a pro. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Semko, this is going to be really fun. This is kind of a throwback. You were on, I looked it up, the second last episode of the original run of Strip Down, episode 210, back in 2014. And if you'll remember, I asked you to come on because all through season 6, we ran a contest. And at the end of the season, one of the viewers won, and they won a huge bag of giveaways from all the musicians from that season. But they also got to come on and co-host with me and pick a musician, and if it worked out, it would be perfect. Danielle won. She picked you. The three of us did an hour of television, and that was the second last episode of Strip Down of the original run anyways.
Cool.
Danielle
Cool.
is here tonight.
Oh,
We're
really?
going to throw it over
Hey,
to
Danielle.
Alexa, our social media correspondent, who has found Danielle in the crowd. And she's
I've
going to give
found-
away some stuff as well. And
Yeah.
we're moving on social media like crazy now. People have questions. They have
Okay.
concerns, Jay.
Let's start with the questions, because I have a feeling the second part's going to get a little rowdy. First of all, there's a lot of love for you. People are saying it's absolutely beautiful and that they're loving to see you. Kyle would like to know if you will play Due South. Not sure if that's in your
Sure.
set list,
You
but
bet.
I could throw you that wrench.
I will play Due South. Yes, I will.
Tool sponsor, yes. All right, speaking of the
Oh,
Tool
We should have a
sponsor,
wrench throwing week,
ooh, that would be fun. We could throw wrenches into TVs, right, Spenny?
right? Yeah, for sure.
No. Okay. So we actually have some willing participants for an arm wrestle by their own idea of who gets to take home this wonderful screwdriver. So, all right, let's set it up. No, you two. You guys are the ones fighting for this lovely screwdriver. This is live television in a restaurant, and I love to embarrass people. So, you ready?
I'm
Well,
dialing
whichever is your
9
strongest.
And 1 and hovering my finger
That's
over
your
the last
strongest?
one.
All right.
Waiting for that last.
And 3, 2, 1, wrestle! I'm gonna hold down the table. No big deal. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is intense. We all know how much Curtis loves wrestling,
It's
so
only
this is
a 1 hour show.
Woo! Match! Yeah!
I can't tell if, a big round of
And
applause.
you, young gentlemen, have won the amazing screwdriver, an Earls gift card, and a lovely copy of Jay's album. Congratulations. Thanks for coming out. Little did you know coming here would get you so embarrassed, but also get you a free new tool that's wicked. It is worth every minute, you're right. All right, back to the real show.
I don't know if we can top that.
Live sports is a tough one to top,
Right?
really, you
That's-
know? It's like,
I don't know if I've ever seen a live arm wrestle as it is, let alone on the show. So thank you for that, Alexa. And again, that was Danielle. The season 6 contest winner who shared the stage with us for an hour back in 2014. And that was the Task Signature auto loading screwdriver from our good friends at Task. And she had mentioned co-producer Spenny, who's actually crew, that's the word I was looking for. Crew member Spenny. We were gonna break TVs last episode and he told us not to and gave us a big history of like the old tube TVs and how they're actually like very dangerous. That was the call out to Spenny. So we're full circle now. All right, live television. Being on tour again after 30 years. How was that?
you know, it was, I would say, well, first of all, it's not like we've stopped playing. We just hadn't really done things in a one fell swoop. And I mean, we played every night. There were literally no nights off. So the first number of weeks, we started in St. John, New Brunswick, and then worked our way through the Maritimes into Quebec and then into Ontario. And then it was a little bit of a break after that. But, you know, it was just, the good thing about with doing that with the Pikes is, first of all, it's a band. So when I go out and play shows on my own, and I did a tour last June, and I did 10 shows in a row in Ontario and Quebec, and it was fun, but it's just me and the guitar in the car, and I'm kind of doing everything.
Yeah, it's a little more stressful.
It's a little more stressful, whereas when you're with a band, first of all, you have the camaraderie of the other musicians that you're playing with, your buddies, and also the fact that you've got a crew, and we had a great crew, we really did, with us, and we were all on a bus, did the tour bus thing, and so it was tiring, I'll tell you. It was a good solid workout if you haven't done it for a while, and it was an unusual time in some ways, you know, but...
was it kind of like turning the clock back, or was it just the next chapter?
You know, it was kind of the next chapter to a certain extent, because really we have the 3 original guys in the Pikes. There's Don Schmidt on the drums, and Brian Potvin on the guitar and vocals, and myself on the bass and vocals. And Merle, original Pike Merle, has not played with us since 2006. So since then, we've either played as a trio, or we played with a 4th, Ross Nikiforuk, who was our kind of our unofficial 5th guy for a while on keyboards. And but for this tour, we had Kevin Kane from the Grapes of Wrath come on as our 4th guy on the tour.
It's not bad.
And he's a great singer and a great guitar player and a great guy, and he fit right in. And you know, it's worked really well. It was really fun to play as a full 4-piece group again, and to be able to do a lot of the 3-part harmonies that we did when we had Merle in the group and stuff. And so, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was an adventure. You know, it was really fun. My son came along, and he was the guitar tech on the tour. So it was kind of fun to have him see what his old man's been doing for the last 40 years, you know?
You probably weren't behaving like you were 30 years ago, though.
No, we can't behave like that anymore.
Fair enough.
Time goes by, and you just need to tone down your level of party as time goes by.
I don't want to put you on the spot, and feel free to just say no, but we had a request for Due South.
I would love to play Due South.
Keeping in with the live format of Stripped Down Live, you want to change your set list because of a viewer?
I'm totally cool with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Semko.
Okay.
Versatile.
Due South. This is a song that actually changed a lot of things for me, because if you remember the television show Due South, it was a kind of a history-making TV show. It was the first fully Canadian production to be a primetime U.S. network drama. So that being the case, it was a pretty cool thing for me, and a cool opportunity for me to do some different kind of things, and open a lot of doors for me, because I started writing a lot of other music in addition to Due South, for other television shows and films and documentaries and that kind of thing. Anyway, this is the way you could hear it any day, and it plays in 80 countries around the world. Due South, syndicated around the world, and this is how I wrote it. high winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here, you wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Oh, due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south. Saddle up my traveling shoes, I'm bound to walk away these blues. Due south. You can walk 100,000 miles, never find a home. You always knew someday you'd have to strike out on your own. You look up at the clouds and you can see which way the wind is blowing. Oh, due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south. Saddle up my traveling shoes, I'm bound to walk away these blues. Due south. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south. Saddle up my traveling shoes, I'm bound to walk away these blues. Due south. Saddle up my traveling shoes, I'm bound to walk away these blues. Due south.
You are watching Stripped Down Live. This is it. We are making history. We are live at Earls Saskatoon with the wonderful Jay Semko and our social media correspondent, Alexa Joy.
Hello.
We're wrapping things up, you guys. We have, see, I'm not actually like on Facebook. I don't have a clock, so I need to consult my cell.
Like you could become an adult and get a watch.
I could, but this is just easier. So we have about 10 minutes left, you guys. Alexa, what are the people saying about the episode? Our first ever live on location episode with Jay Semko.
Speaking of making history, I have to say that of a place for us to make history, Earls is a pretty good one. Like, don't say Bread, say Earls.
Right? It's
You
got a lot
know,
of
don't
history.
say live music, say Stripped Down.
And it may or may not have been where the original Northern Pikes talked about breaking up. We don't know.
Oh my goodness.
We'll have to ask Simon Hyatt.
Tragedy. We do actually have a couple more compliments just for Jay. Raymond said that he doesn't have a question, just a comment. He downloaded your new album today and thinks it's absolutely fantastic.
Oh, cool.
Joanne says it's absolutely beautiful. Kyle is very thankful that you played his request.
Oh, cool.
And he is the brother of one of our little volunteers, so that's really
Wow.
exciting
Oh, that's nice,
too.
yeah.
Always nice to see the same people come back and support us every time we make an episode. So, I mean, really, it's been beautiful. So thanks for coming back. I was with Stripped Down the last time that we had Jay.
Second last show.
I really enjoyed it as well. So it's nice to see you again and to be a part of a historical Stripped Down night.
Thanks, Alexa.
Very cool. Thanks.
That's something I should point out, Jay, too. When we took our 4-year break and started up again last November, it's all original crew members. We don't have anybody new. It's the same people that were
Really?
doing
We
the
were
show
so
4 years
bored
ago.
that we came
Smokes.
right
That
back.
came back.
What are
It's
the
like they were just
chances?
waiting by their phone for 4 years, waiting for that call.
Is it Curtis? Is it Curtis?
Right? Really quickly, the new album, where can people get it? It's brand, it's like hot off the press. Is that still what
It's hot off the press. It's just in the process
So what does
of being...
old guys say, right? Hot off the press?
No, the new word is it's just been dropped,
Been dropped, okay.
which always sounds like an egg that came out of an ostrich or something to me. But anyway, the album, you can buy it online at all the digital outlets, and it will soon be at fine record stores, retail stores near you. It's in the process of being sent to there. But you can find it on CD Baby or iTunes or anywhere like that. In Saskatoon, you'll be able to find it in stores very soon.
When we were talking about original crew, I forgot to mention, I wish I would have brought a picture or something to put up full screen, but it is Jordan Bizdell's birthday. Jordan Bizdell was one of the founding fathers of Strip Down, and now he's in Vancouver working on movies.
Wow.
But when he can, he still tunes in. So Jordan, if you're watching, have a happy birthday. What's next for Jay Semko?
Well, basically, continuing to do some solo acoustic touring. I'm not into going out in long batches anymore. I like to do them in short swoops. I just did a couple, actually, I did 3 shows in Alberta. I was in Medicine Hat, and then I did 2 in Calgary. And I guess immediately, Friday night, fly out to Winnipeg. The Northern Pikes are playing a double bill with the Watchmen.
Nice.
In Winnipeg this Saturday, and that's going to be pretty fun. And from there, I guess I've got some Pike stuff going on in the middle of May. We go out to Ontario. We're actually going back to our old stomping grounds, the Horseshoe Tavern, on May 12th, which is going to be pretty fun. It's during Canadian Music Week. And from there, I guess we've got a few more Pike shows, and I've got some more acoustic stuff going on, and it's just kind of spread out over the next few months. And I'm debating whether I might go out in the fall and do a few weeks in Eastern Canada with the Never Sent record. But the Pikes are, I guess big thing that is happening, Northern Pikes are making a new album. We started in Calgary in February, and we recorded 7 songs at the National Music Centre, which is a great place, Studio Bell National Music Centre. If you get to Calgary, if you're any kind of a music fan, you've got to go there and check this place out. It's really cool. And they have 3 recording studios with tons of fantastic gear, a lot of original vintage gear, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, we started on that. We did 7 songs. We're in July. We're going back, and we're going to do 3 or 4 more. Basically, we're recording a full album. We're going to mix it in the fall, and it's going to be released in late winter, early spring of 2019. That is the plan for and it'll be the first new Northern Pikes record since 2003. So we haven't done new music for a while, but it's we've been playing, and there have been reissues, so it's gonna be fun. The songs are good.
Well, I know you're ending tonight with a Pikes classic, so I want to make sure we get that in. But I want to thank everybody here tonight. You're our first ever studio audience. Yeah, making history. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, that feels good. Oh.
Kind of does.
Thanks to Earls Saskatoon for being our title sponsor. Obviously, we couldn't have done it without you because you opened your doors and let us use your stage. Our other sponsors, Red Swan Pizza North, E-West Music, and The Hairstyle Inn. Big thanks to Alexa, and a big thanks to all the crew that makes this show happen. I can't name them all. Watch their names scroll by in the credits. This is like a family. You know, it's cliche, but I said, hey, we're gonna work extra hard tonight, and everybody was like, well, let's do it. Here we are, Jay Semko live at Saskatoon Earls. You have 1 song left, sir. Take it away.
Okay.
Do the introduction. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Semko, one last time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to play a song here that was from our Snow in June album from the Northern Pikes. And sometimes we've got a few songs where people will always ask the Pikes and say, there's 2 things that might happen. They'll either go, who's that song about? Or else they'll go, oh, I know who that song's about. And this is one of them. She works so hard, and at the end of the day, there's a little something extra to take it all the way. See, love can conquer all, and man, I wish it were true. She's a girl with a problem, and there's nothing I can do, nothing I can do.
You can bang your head against a brick wall. You can like her Humpty Dumpty, but you can't prevent a fall. Well, a bang, 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 and there's nobody home. She's a girl with a problem. She wants to be alone. You can lie to me, and you can lie to yourself for a while, till those lies turn into something else. I will talk to you, and you will listen to me for a while, and then you'll turn your back and away you go, oh, away you go. Can somebody please help me? She's driving me mad. Sometimes she's so good, but sometimes she's just so bad. Thinks I don't know, but I have been there before. And more than once I've thought about just walking out that door, walking out that door. And take me away. I know nothing lasts forever. And take me away. Well, nobody wants a gallows, nobody needs a noose. So break those chains and let her run loose. I love that little girl and I will love her till the end. She's got a little problem, needs to have a good friend. A real good friend. You can lie to me, and you can lie to yourself for a while, till those lies turn into something else. I will talk to you, and you will listen to me for a while, and then you'll turn your back and away you go, away you go. She's a girl with a problem, and it's plain to see. I try to help her out, but she won't listen to me. She's a girl with a problem. She's a girl with a problem. She's a girl with a problem. She's a girl with a problem, and there ain't no cure.